Do you believe $4,000 gold? Is it possible? What about $85 per ounce silver? It's great for us to say that. It's great for us to believe that. But we need to have some facts. We need to have some solidity behind our thesis as to why we believe the precious metals could go that high. Now, we hear all the time, right? The dollar's being printed. There's so much debt in the world. Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve are gone crazy with monetary policy. But there's another factor hardly anybody talks about, which is actually the fundamental reason why we could see these much, much higher gold prices and silver prices in the future. Nobody talks about it because I think it's a little bit of a hard concept to understand, but I'm going to explain it to you in this video on very simple terms. And it's not just about the dollar in relation to the euro and the yen, all that yada, yada, yada. That is important. So is all the money printing. So is all the debt. But this idea is really the cornerstone to the argument as to why we can see significantly higher prices in silver and gold. Let's get started right now. So what was your favorite piece of playground equipment when you were a kid? What did you run to when Grandma and Grandpa took you to the local playground? I know, it was the Seesaw. At least for this video, I need you to make believe that was the case, because what we're going to talk about is the relationship of the world currencies to one another, and they are on a seesaw. We know for the last year, Jerome Powell and the United States Federal Reserve had some aggressive monetary policy, right? Raising rates. You know that whole story. That made the US dollar side of the seesaw go up. That made the euro and the yen and the rest of the world side of the seesaw go down. Now, when the dollar went up, that creates a tough environment, and we know that for the price of gold and the price of silver. It performed pretty well nonetheless, but it was sailing into a headwind. That's how these things work. They're like they're on a seesaw. Now, this is not the big key cornerstone. I'm going to give you that in a little bit, but we need to talk about the seesaw. What's interesting is as we head into 2023, the world economies will be heading into a more difficult environment. And just like the fact that the United States kind of blazed the trail last year on the tight monetary policy, they will be likely to blaze the trail coming back the other way. The rest of the world is a little slower to react. Heck, the Japanese just started tightening last week. Well, even if you don't enjoy riding on a seesaw, I hope you enjoy coming here to Ron's Basement, because I sure feel lucky to have you here right now from wherever in the world yes, you. I need to remind you of this. There is only one you. It's me and you right now. Thanks for being here. If you get some value, please subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up. Now let's get back to this seesaw. So in the coming year, as the dollar starts to come down, the other currencies will start to go back up. And guess what? There is no more fertile environment for the price of gold and silver as a decreasing dollar while we still have high inflation, and that will likely be the case. Now, that is not the key point. I've got a big, big concept we need to talk about that underpins everything. That might make the price of gold, the price of silver, go up, and it will go up, but on a relatively smaller level. We're talking about the price of gold and silver skyrocketing over time. Now, when that occurs, that will be good for the price of gold and silver. Maybe we'll get $2,000, $2,100 gold. Maybe we'll get $30 silver. But we're talking about now is what will make the price of the precious metals skyrocket. And that's this key fundamental cornerstone concept that we need to talk about. We understand, right, that these currencies, they're like on a seesaw with one another. But what you have to understand is that middle point, that's called the fulcrum, by the way, that fulcrum rests upon very shaky ground. So while there's a seesaw, that fulcrum, yes, that's all the money printing. That's all the debt in the world, the $300 trillion of debt, the quadrillions of derivatives, all that stuff. The seesaw rests on a very, very fragile, very unstable foundation. So think about it like this. Sure, we got the seesaw, the euro went up, the dollar went up, blah, 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 blah. The whole thing is going down, right? I mean, it's almost like if you just focus on that relationship amongst those two, it's like you're a fish in a fishbowl, right? That's like all you see. But if you take a step back, we like to look at the forest through the trees here in Ron's basement. What you see is, sure, there's that seesaw, but the whole seesaw is coming down. And that's why we don't really want to value our gold or silver ounces in fiat currency, because eventually as that thing just completely falls down, it's not going to matter what a price, the price of an ounce of gold or an ounce of silver is. It's going to matter what the value of that ounce of gold and ounce of silver is. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. You know I always enjoy meeting with you here in Ron's basement. You know you're always welcome, and I'll see you next time.